Now you can you can start type your US number. I have started recording so people can't all their US number will be recorded here. Yeah, I will start. You can see right slides. Okay, so yesterday's class we have discussed somewhat about inductance, that is self-inductance and mutual inductance. And before that, this one also we have seen that on boundary conditions, uh, what will happen of magnetic field or magnetic flux density. Okay, so the same thing we can see it here. Other concept of inductance in this chapter. Other one is last concept is about inductance. So I think it is a simple topic. Before going to discuss this, it's already we have seen you are learned in the basic electronics or basic electrical subjects. So it is not difficult that much. That same thing formula we are going to see it here, which is in the completely dealing inductance. So yesterday we have discussed mutual that is inductance, that self inductance and mutual inductance. Okay, so it is like having when we give that supply to the any of the closed path, that closed path conducting. Okay, so it will carry that current I and then magnet field will be produced once that conductor is carrying that current, so that we can calculate that what will be the flux is produced. Okay, once that conductor is carrying that current, so for that we can calculate what is the flux that equal to surface integral b bar dot ds. Okay, and then we have seen that once it is producing that flux due to the that current carrying conductor, and if you place that one more any of the field that is linking with the other inductance. Okay, so that you can calculate what will be the flux linkage. What will be the flux linkage that we can calculate as the product of the number of turns and then total flux, that we can take that symbol as lambda here. So lambda is equal to the number of turns which you are going to take that completely wire of the conductor, and then you can calculate what is the flux is producing by that, so which after current is flows through the completely through the conductor here, so that you can calculate total flux linkage which equal to n into phi here. And from this you can also calculate what is the inductance due to this what will be the inductance total producing that completely flux and having that number of turns and then over upon that current flowing through it, so that you can calculate that inductance is equal to the total flux that linkage here with number of turns over upon the current I. So with this one, you can say that this is our inductance definition here. And this, you can take what is the unit of inductance is Henry here. And this Henry also equal to the, which unit we are going to measure it, that is Weber turns per ampere. Okay. So Weber turn per ampere it is. So this is one inductance calculation. So till now, this we have seen that yesterday's class about self-inductance and then mutual inductance. which flux itself is going to produce, that it is called as self inductance, which producing that flux is going to link with other flux, which it is called as mutual inductance. So these things we have seen that yesterday's class. And then we'll start today is other topic is that self inductance only. From this we can calculate the total inductance calculation. Now let us take that other topic is mutual inductance. Okay. So this mutual inductance also, it is going to depends on the main thing, that mutual inductance between the two circuits. Okay, so mutual inductance between two circuits depends on that how you are going to consider it. Okay, so let us take that mutual inductance here, which is going to depends on that two different circuits of having with self inductance of L1 and L2. Okay, so this and those two self inductance, let us keep here very close to each other, very close to each other. Okay, so you can see that how that figure is kept here. Okay, so L1 and then L2, which is kept very near to each other here. Now, so what will be the number of turns we are going to consider? Let consider here N1 and N2, which is having that number of turns for L1 and then number of turns for N2, which is for in two circuits here. And this also will carry that current. This also will carry that current, which is L1 is I1, and then similar way L2 is I2. Okay, so the total current will be carrying through each circuit, that is I1 and I2. Okay, so by considering this, let us take that these two circuits are placed very close to each other, and then once it is placed in each other, this circuit will interact magnetically. Okay, so with each other here, the circuit will interact with magnetically each other before not giving any supply here. Once you place that very close to each other here. Okay, now let us take this flux produced by circuit 1, which after giving that supply, and then current carrying that circuit I1 through this L1, and as well as I2, and then current carries through this L2 is I2 here. Okay, so now the flux produced by circuit 1, let us take this one as circuit 1. That flux produced by circuit 1 and is going to denoted as, it is going to denoted as after current is flowing through the circuit, and then that flux is produced, and we are going to take that part is phi 11. Okay, so this we are going to denote as after flux producing 511. Similar way you can consider for second circuit, which after current is flowing through this L2 and then producing that flux, and we are going to denote as 522. Okay, so 511 and then 522, which is after current is flows through the each of the circuit here, each of the circuit. And then similar way, now let us take that the main thing, the flux produced by each of the circuits here, link with the circuit itself and other circuit also with having that one more circuit here. Okay, it will link with both it is equal, that is both mutually it is going to interact with this circuit and as well as this circuit. Now let us take that what is the mutual inductance here. What is that mutual inductance here? So before this, let me take other one is the part of the flux 511 that links with circuit 2, which is this one. Circuit is 2 is denoted by 512. Okay, after producing this flux 511, which is going to link with this flux, we'll call it as 512. Now similar way, after producing this flux 522, that is denoted by 522, and then link with this circuit 1, we are going to call it as 521. You can see the direction also. When it is linked with this circuit, we are just to calling as 512, and when second circuit is going to link with first circuit, we are going to call as 521. Okay, so now after taking this one, so what will be the mutual inductance between these two circuits? Okay, so what will be the mutual inductance that is linking with circuit 1 and circuit 2? So that it is going to define as that flux linkage of one circuit to the current in the other circuit. This is our mutual inductance definition. So now mutual inductance, that is M12, which is going to take down completely the definition, that is flux linkage of one circuit to the current in the other circuit here. So flux linkage of circuit 1 or upon current in circuit 2. Okay, current in circuit 2. So now flux linkage completely 5 to 1, which is completely linked with second circuit, having with the number of turns of the first circuit. Okay, so that is flux linked with completely 5 to 1 or upon I2 here, which is current is in the other circuit here. This is mutual inductance M12. Now similar way you can calculate other M21. M21 flux linkage of circuit 2 or upon the current in circuit 1. Okay, so flux linkage of circuit 2, so that one is completely 512 with having that number of turns of secondary side, that is N2 512 over upon, and then current in other circuit here. One, the current is going to the other circuit, which is I1. Okay, so this is completely that mutual inductance, which is going to depends on here main thing medium. If this medium surrounding which we are linking here two circuits, if we consider without ferromagnetic material, then this mutual inductance is represented as completely R equal here, which is M12 and M21. So for this, we can say that this completely for linear medium and around two circuits, we can both mutual inductance are equal here, which is M12 is equal to M21, which equal to M here. If we do not consider the ferromagnetic material here. Okay, so though completely that flux producing, it will be linear to the medium and for both of the circuit. So we can take that complete mutual inductance between these two. M12 is equal to M21 is equal to M. Right. So after this, let us calculate further what it is. The self inductance of the each of the circuit. Let us calculate here. What is L1 and then what is L2. Okay. So this you can calculate. We know the definition of the inductance, which is flux linkage completely flux produced after current is flowing through this circuit 1 and producing flux is denoted by 511, and then having that number of turns, which is N1 here, denoted as N1, that over upon current flowing through the first circuit here, I1. So, which is also equal to our lambda 11 by I1. This is L1 calculation for circuit 1. Similar way, you can calculate for circuit 2, which is completely that flux produced on in circuit 2 after current is flowing through this inductance coil, so that you can take it as N2 522 by I2, which is also equal to the lambda 22 by I2. Now, so this by having this inductances, you can calculate flux linking with circuit 2 due to current in circuit 1 is denoted by 512. Okay, so this you can take some constant between this existing between here, some constant we are going to take, which is flux linking with circuit 2 due to current in circuit 1 is denoted by 512. So 512 is equal to K1 and phi 1 1. So K1 is here constant. Similar way, you can take for the phi 2, that is flux phi 2 1, which is going to link with completely circuit 2. Okay, so that also you can write down here. Phi 2 1 is equal to K2 into phi 2 2. So this constant, it depends on which material we are going to use. Suppose it is in air or some relative permeability which we are going to consider it. So depends on that value, will be going to change it here, the constant. Now from this, after here, we can calculate that what is the mutual inductance that is existing between this M12 and then M21. Further, you can put it in this equation. After calculated that mutual inductance N1 phi 21 by I2. So similar way, you can calculate that phi 21 I1. So this already we have seen this slide. I will go for the next slide. So which now you can calculate M12 equal to N1 phi 2 by I2, which is that phi 21 flux is going to link with completely of secondary circuit, which is K2 into phi 22 by I2, which is phi 21. We have seen that last equation that you can substitute here. Similar way, M21 is equal to phi 12, which is in this circuit 1, is going to link with this circuit 2, and that flux produced phi 11 and constant K1 here over upon I1. Now, assuming this completely linear medium surrounding two circuits, with this we are making equal these two M12 and M2. So, which now you can calculate further completely. Take these two equation M12 and M21, multiply it. So once you multiply this completely of putting this equation here, okay, so we'll get it here K1 and K2, which is equal to the here K1 and K2, which equal to the, this is not M21. I think we need to take it out. So N1 and phi 11 by I2. So some things get cancelled here. Okay. So N1 phi 11 by I2. It is not just maybe all it is. Just a minute. It is all multiplied. Okay. Which is all multiplied here. Okay. So after keeping this M12 and M21 equation here, it is all multiplied, and then constant will come to here K1 and K2, and then remaining N1 phi 11 by I2, then N2 phi 22 by I1 here. Okay. So further, if you simplify this, which is equal to this, here L1 and L2. So L1 and L2 is definition, we have seen that, which is completely this I1, and this one is I2. Sorry, L1 and L2, which is flux is going to link with completely in circuit 1, and then flux is going to link with circuit 2. So that L1 and L2 here. Now M you can calculate after this, you can take that over upon root 2. So constant K1 and K2, then under root of L1 and L2 here. So here K, let us consider constant, that is under root of K1 and K2 between the circuit 1 and circuit 2. Okay. And then M, we can simplify that. After simplifying this equation, mutual inductance K into under root of L1 into L2 here. So this is the main of having mutual inductance here. Now further, let us take the equation sum of these. If those circuit is circuit 1 and circuit 2. Okay, so if here mutual inductance is known, and then L1 and L2 if it is given, and you can calculate that what is K constant here between this completely. Okay, and then further, if that circuit is either if it is connected to the series or parallel. Okay, if when two magnet circuits are coupled together in series aiding, and if M is the mutual inductance between them, then the effective inductance of the system is given by So total L equivalent circuit you can calculate here, L1 plus L2 plus 2M into Henry here. So this is once in series aiding. If the circuit is connected in series aiding here, so for that formula you can put this equation here. All this L1 and L2 together will be going to add, and then that mutual inductance between the two circuit here. Similar way, if it is series circuit is opposing, this one is aiding and this one is series circuit is opposing. So this you can take equation as L1 plus L2 minus 2M and Henry. Okay, so this one is series aiding and this one is opposing of the circuit completely in series only. So L equivalent, that inductance of the equivalent you can calculate here. Here aiding means it will be plus 2M and here is opposing minus 2M here. Similar way, if you consider the parallel, okay, so if you consider the parallel aiding and then parallel opposing, that same two magnet circuit, inductance L1 and L2. If it is a parallel of both circuit, so L equivalent you can calculate as L1 L2 minus M square by L1 plus L2 minus 2M, if it is aiding here. Similar way, if it is like having a opposing of the in parallel circuit, opposing of the parallel circuit, that is L1 L2 minus M square by L1 plus L2 plus 2M. Okay, so this is a completely mutual inductance when having that circuit 1 and circuit 2 are linked with completely flux circuit 1 and circuit 2 of inductances L1 and L2. So those circuits, if it is connected in series aiding and then say series opposing, and if you connect that parallel, if it is aiding and opposing, so these are the formula to be remembered here. So on this, they may ask problems on here, inductance, that is mutual inductance and then self-inductance, which are completely going to have it here. So let us see one sample, one simple problem here. Example by considering those formulas only. I think you can remember easily this, right? Now let us take one simple problem here, which on the inductance. Okay. So that if one example we'll consider here, if a coil, having that 800 microhenry, if a coil is having 800 microhenry, is magnetically coupled onto another coil of 200 microhenry. Okay, so now the coefficient of coupling between two coils is 0.05. So they have given that constant, that coupling coefficient here they have given. Now calculate the inductance if two coils are connected in. One is series aiding, second one is series opposing, parallel aiding and parallel opposing. Okay, so now you can calculate that what is the mutual inductance between these two, having that inductance L1 and L2. So they have given here L1 and L2 in the problem here. Now you can calculate that mutual inductance between these two coils. That mutual inductance M is equal to that coefficient factor here, that is K under root of L1 and L2. So K is given, that is 0.05, and then given that problem, that inductance circuit 1, that is L1 is equal to 800 microhenry, you can put it here, and then L2 is 200 microhenry, that 200 into 10 to the power minus 6. Now if you simplify this, that mutual inductance between the two coils, you have the 220 microhenry. Okay, so when inductance is having 800 microhenry and 200 microhenry, and then mutual inductance, that coupling is you will get it here 20 microhenry. Now by having this, you can, if that circuit is connected either in series or opposing, if it is connected in parallel or parallel opposing, what will be the total inductance you will be going to get. Okay, now the circuit is completely is going to connected in the aiding, series aiding here. That formula inductance is L equivalent L1 plus L2 plus 2M. Okay. So we know that value of L1 and L2 and then 2 and mutual inductance between these two circuits are 20 microhenry here. Now after putting this, we'll get it if it is connected series adding. So we'll get it here 1040 microhenry. Okay. Now similar way you can calculate that series opposing. So here opposing L1 plus L2 minus 2M. So L1 you can substitute here, which is 800 10 to the power minus 6, and then L2 also is given, that is 200 10 to the power minus 6, and then minus 2 into for mutual inductance they are given 20 microhenry. So after putting this equation, so for series opposing we'll get it here completely inductance is 960 microhenry. Similar way, you can see that if circuits are connected in the parallel aiding here. So parallel aiding, which is L1, L2 minus M square by L1 plus L2 minus 2M. Okay. So now you can substitute that L1 value, L2 value, and then M already we got it here, and then which is for L1 plus L2 minus 2M, which we have calculated already for series opposing, which value you can substitute here directly, and then for this connecting circuit in parallel aiding, we'll get it here inductance value is 166.25 microhenry. Similar way, if we connected this parallel opposing, okay, so having this formula, denominator only changes, that is plus 2m, you get it. So once you take this parallel opposing formula and after substituting these values, so we'll get it in parallel opposing after simplifying this equation 153.46 microhenry, which is for parallel opposing here. So in this way, you can connect and see what will be the inductances value and how much we require for any of the like either in the transformer and any like generator or motor, how to be connected. Like we have seen that some of the in energy meter also, which we have shown it, right? I have shown in classes mutual inductance. Like there you have the two coils, which is M1 and M2, that is current coil and pressure coil. So in that way, you can connect this L1 and L2, and you can calculate here if it is connected series opposing or parallel aiding or parallel opposing. Depends on this value, we can take that which circuit will be giving that more Henry values here. Okay, this is the advantage of mutual inductance. Further, any design or any induct like transformer, generator, or any inductor design also, we can use this formation here. Similar way, inductance of solenoid, if it is connected to the solenoid. Okay, so this is our n turns inductance that completely coil n turns, and then in between, if you connect any one solenoid material here. Okay, so consider this n number of turns solenoid, and then this one and this one giving that supply, and then the length of the solenoid is L here. Then once the current is flowing through this completely n turns, then it will produce that magnetic field around this completely conductor of a solenoid here. Okay, so now let us take the area of the solenoid also, cross sectional area of the solenoid, which is A. We are going to represent of the area of the cross sectional area that solenoid is here, so which is A here. Okay, so further you can calculate the what will be the field intensity, magnet field in intensity inside the solenoid is given by. Okay, so which you can take down, which is having magnet field intensity completely, that current is carrying total current I, and then having n number of turns or upon that length of the conductor. Okay, so which like we know that field intensity, that unit is ampere per meter, which is current is flowing through this solenoid, and then having that complete length of the conductor, and then which we have taken turns is n here. Okay, so what will be the total flux linkage is given this after current is flowing through this one. which is we know the total flux is linkage. It depends on the how much tons we are going to use it here, which is n into 5. Suppose if it is n tons, if you take that wire wound like 100 tons, okay, so flux is going to produce that much, 100 into flux. Okay, for example, I am considering n tons. If you consider it 150, that much strength is going to build it here. Okay, so this is the total flux linkage due to the that n tons here completely. And then flux is nothing but which is magnetic field is produced by this n tons after current is flowing through this one. So that is magnetic field. And then area of the this completely cross sectional solenoid material here, which is flux is nothing but, actually we know that magnetic flux density definition is that flux is passing through the any unit surface area. We'll call it as magnetic flux density. So from that you can take what is that flux, B into A. So which you can write in terms of the magnetic field intensity, because we calculated already magnetic field intensity here. So in terms of, you can write it here, micro magnetic field permeable magnetic field intensity, then n tons and having that area. So after substituting this value, which we get it mu into n into magnetic field intensity and then area. So mu n, on which magnetic field intensity having that current I, number of turns over upon length, which is area of that complete solenoid, which we get it mu n square I into A by L. So we need to calculate what is the inductance of that solenoid. So inductance of that solenoid, we know that formula n into the total flux linkage by over upon total current, right? So which is defined as inductance. That is total flux linkage due to the solenoid is mu n square I area by L, and then which is current is flowing through that circuit is I here. Now for both current is same, so current get cancelled here. Then that inductance is going to uh, for solenoid is mu n square A by L, which is Henry here. Okay. So now this is completely for solenoid inductance here. Okay. So this is inductance of a solenoid. This you can remember. I think already done in the basic electrical subject also in a magnetic field. L equal to mu into n square A by L. So this is a formula you can remember for solenoid. Fine. And we'll solve the one small problem on this one. Yeah, they are asking repeatedly in the examination. Okay, so you can take that one simple problem. Calculate the inductance of a solenoid of 200 tons wound tightly on a cylindrical tube of 6 centimeter diameter. Okay, 6 centimeter diameter, and then the cylindrical tube length is, the length of the tube is 60 centimeter, and the solenoid is in air, it is mentioned here. Okay, so for this is a problem they have given, you need to calculate the what will be the inductance of the solenoid having that 200 tons, and which is cylindrical tube that completely 6 centimeter diameter it is, and then that completely length of the cylindrical is 60 centimeter. So we know that our completely inductance of a solenoid is L is equal to mu n square A by L. So it is given in the air here. Solenoid is given in the air. So you can consider the mu. We require the mu value here, which is mu equal to the mu naught. Mu naught value is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 Weber per ampere meter. Okay, and then we require number of tons, how much we are considering that completely solenoid tons, which is 200 given. So n is 200, and then area is required of the solenoid. So area is required of the solenoid. We know that area of the cylindrical is pi r square. Okay, so pi r square here. So for this they have given that to calculate r radius, they have given that 6 centimeter in diameter. Okay, so diameter is you can convert this in centimeter into meter, which having 6 into 24 minus 2 meter here. So r you can take it as the diameter of the half it is r equal d by 2, which you can take radius is 3 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. And then other one is denominator we require length, which is the length is given here. So convert this equation completely in the meter. So after converting this meter and after calculating this radius r in cylindrical, so you can find out what is that inductance. So that inductance mu naught n square pi r square, which is for cylindrical, over upon L here. So after putting this all values in this, so for solenoid for inductance of a solenoid, that value is 0.2368 millihenry. After substituting this, so you will get it here 0.2368 millihenry. Okay, so this type of problem they may ask in the examination. Okay, these are the simple, and then other topic is there, very simple topic. I will take that one in next class.